Anambra State Anti-Touting Squad arrests 64 suspected touts in Onitsha. Federal government to implement excise duty on telecommunication services. United States suspends assistance to Gabon in response to coup. Note, before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Now, Mrs. Beverly Ikpeazu Nkemdiche has been sworn in as the State Commissioner for Special Duties. Governor Chukwuma Soludo performed the swearing-in ceremony and officially inducted her as a member of the State Executive Council at the Government House, Awka. A Government House correspondent, Ejike Abana, has details of that report.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And bear true allegiance.
And bear true allegiance.
To the federal.
The governor, who reminded her that as a public office holder, she holds public trust, pointed out that her new office demands exceptional leadership and innovative solutions. While congratulating her, the governor stressed that the position demands rendering service to the people who have high expectations from the solution team, as well as leaving a positive legacy behind.
Congratulate you. Why are we here? It's nothing but public purpose. It's to contribute part of a team, part of a bigger team, to be able to achieve those things that you couldn't do as individual. And that is public purpose, to serve the public. In the end, if the society moves from point A to point B, because you are part of this team.
Speaking to the ABS, Mrs. Nkemdiche pledged to leverage her wealth of experience in the legislative arm of government to give quality service to the Anambra.
I feel wonderful. I'm excited, and I'm ready to jump into work. Actually, it's a good thing, and I'm going to work in that capacity. I'm bringing a wealth of experience. I was a legislator for 12 years. So I know the system, I know Anambra, I know all aspects of the government because of oversighting the different ministries. So having said that, I'll take that experience from the legislative aspect of it and incorporate it to the executive aspect of the state.
Recall that the House on Wednesday, October 4, received a letter from Governor Soludo seeking the screening and confirmation of Mrs. Nkemdiche by the lawmakers, which they did. By her swearing-in ceremony, she has replaced Barrister Sly Ezokenwa as the Commissioner of the Ministry. From the Government House, Awka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Nonye Soludo says actions should be accelerated to completely eradicate poliomyelitis in Nigeria. Mrs. Soludo, who stated this in Awka in a statement to commemorate the 2023 World Polio Day, said that renewed awareness on the existence and threats of polio should be increased, as many households are still not fully aware of the persistent threat of the disease. Dan Ezigwe filed this report taken from here.
Discussing the importance of the global date, Mrs. Soludo said that despite concerted efforts that has been made over the years to eradicate the deadly disease, there is the need to adopt a more comprehensive approach to completely get rid of the virus in Nigeria. One of the approaches, she pointed out, is to increase the tempo and coverage in awareness creation and education of parents, especially those in rural communities, on how dangerous poliomyelitis is, the symptoms and vaccination importance. The Anambra State Governor's wife, who is a Rotary International Polio Ambassador, noted that mothers should also be made to understand the importance of polio vaccine when their babies need them and what to do when they observe related symptoms. She praised the efforts of critical stakeholders, including Rotary International, who have been in the forefront of decades-long war against the dangerous sickness, Mrs. Soludo also pledged her commitment to lead the line for the total safety of all Anambra children from the virus, stressing that part of the investment in the state health sector, as is being championed by the present administration, is not just to checkmate existing problems, but to prevent further cases. Polio or poliomyelitis is a disabling and life-threatening disease caused by the polio virus, which can spread from person to person and can infect a person's spinal cord, causing paralysis. According to a 2023 report by the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, there was a decline from 1,028 cases of the virus as at 31st December 2021 to 168 cases as on the 31st December 2022. The report says that the virus is currently confined primarily to two states in the northwest zone of the country, namely Sokoto and Zamfara. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, World Polio Day, marked on October 24th of every year, provides an opportunity to highlight global effort towards a polio-free world and honor the tireless contributions of those on the front lines in the fight to eradicate polio from every corner of the globe.
Anambra State House of Assembly has passed a resolution commending Governor Chukwuma Soludo on the massive infrastructural developments that are simultaneously ongoing in Fege, Onitsha South 1 constituency. The resolution was sequel to a motion of urgent public importance sponsored to that effect by the member representing Onitsha South 1 constituency, Honorable Fred Ezenwa, during plenary. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim's report is taken from here.
Sponsoring the motion, Honorable Ezenwa noted that the ongoing massive road construction in Fege by Governor Soludo on completion will give the area a facelift and boost socio-economic activities of Onitsha. The legislator informed the House that the establishment of a model general hospital and maternity project is also about to commence at the designated location in the heart of Fege, Onitsha.
It is quite understandable, Mr. Speaker, that Onitsha South 1 constituency, Fege precisely, is the revenue base of Anambra State, being a gateway to major markets in Onitsha. So, my honorable members, I'm happy. I would like you people to join me to give great kudos to the governor of Anambra State. What he's doing there, I'm quite sure that is bound to replicate that in all other communities of the state.
On his part, the chairman of Anambra State House of Assembly Committee on Works and member representing Orumba South constituency, Honorable Emma Nwafo, observed that many dilapidated roads in Onitsha and other parts of the state abandoned by the past administrations are now being reconstructed by the Soludo administration, and commended the governor for recording a great success in the road construction, especially in Onitsha, which he said will restore the lost glory of Onitsha as the center of commerce in West Africa.
Mr. Governor have done so well. So for him doing it, I think he's doing it for the entire Anambra State, because Mr. Governor is doing very well, more especially on road infrastructures.
In their separate speeches, the member representing Nnewi North constituency, Honorable Augustine Ike, his Onitsha South 2 constituency counterpart, Honorable Jude Umennajiego, and the member representing Anambra West constituency, Honorable Patrick Udoba, described Governor Soludo as a gift to humanity and commended the massive infrastructural development he is carrying out in every part of Anambra State. The Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Somto Udeze, observed that Governor Soludo is meeting the yearnings and aspirations of Ndi Anambra through massive road construction across the state, and urged the people to join hands with the governor in the development of the state.
With this, be therefore resolved by this honorable house that Anambra State House of Assembly commend the governor of Anambra State, Professor John Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, on the massive infrastructural development that is simultaneously ongoing in Fege, Onitsha South 1 constituency. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Inauguration of Anambra State Anti-Touting Squad SASA at Onitsha by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. 64 suspected touts and 1 chance operators have been arrested by the squad in various parts of the commercial city. We have details of the report.
Parading the suspects, SASA Director of Operations, Mr. Solomon Onwuneme, said that the squad commenced operations immediately after their inauguration by the governor. He told ABS that the suspects were arrested at Upper Iweka, Bridgehead, and Chisco Motor Park, respectively. Mr. Onwuneme made it clear that the squad will make Onitsha and other cities in the state uncomfortable for touts and those who engage in criminal activities. According to the SASA Director of Operations, the squad is determined to rid the state of all forms of social vices and advise those who derive pleasure in touting to make themselves productive by keying into Governor Soludo's youth empowerment policies and programs. Mr. Onwuneme revealed that all those arrested will be tried according to the law to serve as deterrents to others.
Oka for Christ initiative has called for stronger collaboration with Anambra Broadcasting Service. The group made the call when it paid a courtesy visit to the managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Sir Chido Obidego, ahead of their upcoming 2023 crusade set to take place in Oka. Blessing Dennis has details.
The visit, according to the organization, aims to strengthen ties with the organization and ensure a smooth collaboration as they prepare to host the religious gathering. The crusade, which will be hosted by AFSI in partnership with all the churches in Oka, is scheduled to hold from Sunday to Monday, 25th to 26th November 2023. It will draw Christians from far and wide, including Reverend Dr. Omar Okpai, who will be ministering at the crusade. The delegation was led to the visit by the Oka Zonal Chairman of the initiative, Reverend Anthony Onuko. In his speech, Reverend Onyekachukwu Bosa expressed appreciation to ABS in helping them to reach a wider audience and contributing to the spiritual growth of the state. Reverend Bosa decried the high rate of bloodshed in the state, materialism, intra- and intercommunal land disputes, among others, emphasizing that Oka for Christ initiative is committed to spreading the message of hope, faith, and unity among the people of Oka and beyond.
Even maybe not buying Oka. No, there's a people on a Nagaraziazo, Ijepela Alosi, and I will menana. When I go joking, Munagamala no menana, Aburi Belalosi. If it were menana, but the core values of people, the language of people, every people on our Badamma, Eje to Chineke. These are the core values. Respect for the elders. Decency in dressing.
Also speaking, Evangelist Jeff Nwabweze said that the 2023 crusade will provide a platform for spiritual restoration and community bonding, focusing on the themes of peace, love, unity, while stating that prayers is needed in a time like this. In response, Sachido expressed the readiness of ABS to support the spiritual and community building activities of the AFSI and commended the organization for its commitment towards fostering unity, faith, and positive change in the lives of the people of Oka. The ABS boss made it clear that prayer is the key to all challenges, assuring that he will continue to champion the good work of God at all times, while charging on the Anambra to join hands with Oka for Christ initiative to create an atmosphere of faith, hope, and unity in the state.
You see, every first word in Anambra today, you know, Mr. Governor is doing everything humanly possible, positively humanly possible. You know, kama mage benata umu criminality and wene kumakia. And obros also noka. Obros noka.
The theme of the crusade is Jesus Christ raised in Oka. Some members of the ABS management team were present to welcome the visitors, including the Acting Director of News and Current Affairs Department, Mrs. Judy Jeff Nwabweze, and the Director of Commercial Service Department, Mrs. Beatrice Akwanamye. From the corporate headquarters of ABS in Oka, Blessing Dennis, ABS News.
In case you're just dropping by, this is ABS Television News. Up ahead, federal government to implement excise duty on telecommunication services. United States suspends assistance to Gabon in response to coup. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. We take a short break here. The news returns after now. Do join us again.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Hooray! Capri Sun. The taste of fun.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge.
Now available in 30 grams and 450 grams.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Hooray! Capri Sun. The taste of fun.
Cowbell Peak has been showcasing the smartest kids from around the country.
And now, Cowbellpedia is back. With me, Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, as your new host.
And me, Ebuka Obi Uchendu, as the quizmaster. With 14 weeks of pure genius, featuring the best of the best 132 students.
Plus, new and exciting subject areas.
For more information, visit cowbellpedia.tv.
Cowbellpedia. So good.
So smart.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Hooray! Capri Sun. The taste of fun.
On the national scene, the federal government is set to implement excise duty on telecommunication services to boost its revenue base. It disclosed this in its newly released 2024 to 2026 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper. It will be recalled that President Bola Tinubu in July signed an executive order suspending the implementation of a 5% excise duty tax on telecoms services. However, according to the new economic framework for 2024 to 2026, part of the strategies the government would implement to improve customs revenue collections included the full implementation of the excise duty on telecoms. The government in the paper noted that it would implement these strategies even though some of them were recently suspended. On the foreign scene, the United States has suspended most assistance to the government of Gabon. In a statement, the spokesperson for the U.S. Department of State, Matthew Miller, said the suspension was in line with Section 7008 of the Department of State's Annual Appropriation Act. The United States has concluded that a military coup d'etat has taken place in Gabon. The coup brought an end to the 56-year-long rule of the Bongo family over Gabon. And on sports news, former Enyimba goalkeeper Fatau Dauda has been appointed into the backroom staff of the Sudanese national team. Dauda will work as the team's new goalkeeper trainer. The Ghanaian will work under his compatriot Kwesi Appiah and Ignatius Osei Fosu. The trio penned a 3-year contract each. Dauda was on the books of Enyimba for 3 years, 2016 to 2019. The 38-year-old helped the People's Elephant win the Nigeria Premier Football League title in 2019. And on a sad note, the remains of the late Chief Simeon Akachukwu Arazu have been laid to rest at his country home, Omodike Village, Okpo, in Nnewi South local government area, aged 93. The late Pa Arazu was a stakeholder who contributed meaningfully to the upliftment of his community. Esther Asanya has details of that report.
That was how the remains of late Pa Arazu was taken to Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Okpo, for a requiem mass. In a homily, the parish priest of Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Okpo, Reverend Father Humphrey Odoko, whose homily centered on heaven is real, hellfire is real, regretted that most people live life as if everything ends on earth, noting that all mortal will one day die and return to the Mecca. He reminded Christians of the need to amend their ways and repent of their sins in preparation for eternity.
They got the struggle to this man over. I need the struggle over.
Speaking after the Holy Mass, the first daughter of the deceased, Mrs. Ijoma Aneche, who described her father as a great man who impacted on the life of so many people around Ukpo and beyond, thanked the congregation for joining them to bid final farewell to their late father. On his part, one of the sons of the deceased, Chief Menax Arazu, and Chief Mrs. Nkoli Imo, while thanking God for the exemplary life of their father while on earth, described him as an industrious man who contributed a lot to the progress of Ukpo town. In his condolence message, Governor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Environment, Dr. Felix Odimegu, while consoling the family of the deceased, said that their father lived a good life, having lived up to 93 years with great and wonderful children, including Chief Mrs. Nkoli Imo, and commended the children for giving their father a befitting burial.
Oya Anambra, a person of influence, a model for women entrepreneurship, a philanthropist of repute, someone the state will easily identify with. That is why the governor sent me to represent him today in this celebration of life.
Others who spoke at the event include the Emir of Akko in Gombe State, Alhaji Mohammed Umaru Atiku, Anambra State Chairman of All Progressive Congress, APC, Sir Basil Ejdike, the former member representing Anambra East and West at the Federal House of Representatives, Chief Chinedu Obidiwe, while condoling with the family, thank God for the good life led by late Pa Arazu. The burial reception, which took place at Basilica Field, Onitsha, attracted people from different parts of the country. The burial featured condolence visits from in-laws, friends and well-wishers and sympathizers. Esther Asanya, ABS News.
And with that, we conclude the news. But just before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again, Governor Soludo has tasked government officials on quality service delivery. Anambra State Anti-Touting Squad has arrested 64 suspected touts in Onitsha. Federal government is to implement excise duty on telecommunication services. And United States has suspended assistance to Gabon in response to coup. And here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a wonderful day.